everyone. Welcome to NASCAR Race Hub. I'm Steve Burns. For about 100 laps, Saturday night's race in Richmond was uneventful. But that all changed on lap 106 when two fierce competitors, Ryan Newman and Juan Pablo Montoya, made contact on the backstretch. Newman said it was unintentional, but Montoya didn't see it that way. There was payback. Newman came back to finish 20th, Montoya a disappointing 29th. Juan Pablo Montoya started the 2011 season well with a 6th place finish at Daytona and was 3rd at Las Vegas, climbing to 3rd in the Sprint Cup point standings. Since that point, it's been a slight decline for Montoya. Bad runs at Bristol and Talladega dropped Montoya to 9th in points heading into last weekend. In Richmond, Montoya started from the pole and led the opening 25 laps. But on lap 106, Ryan Newman tapped Montoya, setting him into the wall, damaging the number 42 Chevy. Then on lap 236, Juan Pablo returned the favor, spinning Newman. Montoya dropped 3 spots to 12th in the standings. And we'll go right to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Juan Pablo Montoya, kind enough to join us. And Juan, I'm looking behind you. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, your Indy 500 winning race car.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it's always cool, to come here in Indy. I love this place. You know, guys always run good here, so it's always exciting. And to see not only my cars, so many good cars here. It's so much history. It's always cool.
All right, Juan, you left Richmond the other night without doing any interviews after your confrontation with Ryan Newman. Are you angry, or is that stuff behind you and you just move ahead to Darlington?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, 90% of the races I leave the racetrack without doing interviews. I heard Newman was angry afterwards, actually, from the Twitters, from people and things. I don't, to be honest with you, I think the thing with Ryan is been going on for a long time, and you got to learn to give and take a little bit. I mean, he wasn't, he hasn't given me anything a lot of times, and I felt he had to stop, to tell you the truth. I mean, do you want to go that far? Not really, but I felt he had to stop. So, I just did what I felt I had to.
Juan, you guys started from the pole position. You have come so close to winning on an oval track. You were 3rd at Vegas. You had a strong car Saturday night. Do you feel that confidence? Do you feel yourself getting close to that oval track win?
I feel like we're getting close, but right now, we gotta. You look at the last 2 weeks. For incidents completely out of our hands, we've been losing a heap load of points, and we're losing points, places in the chase. I think I'm confident we got the speed to get back where we need to be in points, and that's priority number 1. I think the next couple of races are good races for us, and I think, as you said, I think we've got a good chance to start winning some races. I feel like we pay our dues, and we've done everything we have to be able to start winning. And I think if we can click and start winning, we could win quite a lot of them. So I'm pretty pumped up about that.
Juan, it's been impressive. You guys were good at Martinsville. You were good at Las Vegas. I want to go back a little bit. In 2009, you and your crew chief, Brian Patty, had a great game plan to get in the chase. It worked perfectly. Last year, you missed the postseason. Do you have a different strategy this year?
But we know what we have to do. Last year was a tough season. We had so many DNFs, and this year everything started really smooth. We've been racing really smart. Talladega, we're running really smart. We decided to come to the front early before all the hassle. And by the way, Newman got either spun or they spun him, and he got into us, and we end up, finished 30th. And in Richmond was the same thing. I didn't feel like we had a car to win the race, but I felt like we had a car for top 10, even a top 5 finish. So it was kind of disappointing when you're trying to run smart all day, it's something like that to happen.
Juan, you talked about Indianapolis being such a special place. You won the Indianapolis 500. You've got some amazing race cars there around you, and you've come close to winning the Brickyard as well. How important is tire testing? What do you guys learn today?
But to tell you the truth, a lot of tire testing, I think Goodyear learns a lot more than us. I think for us it's good, just to get the laps in. It's really hard because every tire you try is very different from one to the other. So there's no consistency. Especially sometimes you get a little time for yourself, but this morning it rained, so we kind of had to rush through a lot of the testing. So when you got to rush through the testing, you really don't have a lot of time for yourself.
All right, Juan, I'm curious. I follow you on Twitter. And I want to know this week, have you played golf, gone windsurfing, flown your RC airplanes, or taken the kids to another movie? Or all of the above?
I'll tell you the truth, it's been, we raced 2 nights ago. Yesterday, I went on Sunday, went out on the boat and played with the jet ski with the kids. That was a lot of fun. I got my golf clubs here. There's the Jim Hunter tournament in Darlington this weekend, on Thursday, so I'm excited to go to that. My windsurf gear is in Colombia, so I haven't windsurfed for a while. Okay. And the week off in July, I'm going to spend a week there. So, boys and toys.
I love it. It's always fun to follow you on Twitter. Juan, thank you for spending time with us. We'll see you in Darlington. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Coming up later, 39 skipper Tony Gibson is in the crew chief corner. We're asking him about what went down at Richmond between his driver Ryan Newman and Juan Pablo. And Bob Dillner is next. The hit that Jeff Gordon took on Saturday got him thinking. We're breaking down some memorable wrecks in his career.